Just like
I don't
with
even know
Paranormal
what to
Activity
say about
4,
this film right now.
I'm not sure what to say about this right now.
Just like with those two films, like I said, I'm not quite sure what to say about this film right now. Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension. The story this time is using a special camera that can see spirits. A family must protect their daughter from an evil entity with a sinister plan. So this is directed by Gregory Plotkin. Gregory Plotkin has been editor on all the, right from 2 up to the marked ones. And like they've done this quite a few times. They've had like the writers of the films come on to be directors and those type of things. Oren Peli, he sort of left after the first, well, he's still producer on all of these, but he only directed the first one and he had other people direct, but we don't need to get into that right now. So this time it's written by Jason Pagan and Andrew Deutschman. They wrote Project Almanac, and then Adam Robitel and Gavin Heffernan, they wrote The Taking of Deborah Logan. All these writers wrote, like, Project Almanac wasn't amazing, but it had its good moments. It was a good found footage film, in my opinion. It had its moments to it, and then The Taking of Deborah Logan, another, like, I think it was a creepy found footage movie, and it worked. So for this, I had hope, but Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension is not a good film. So this time, the family move into the house, and they pin up all the Christmas decorations and everything, and they go and try and find a box to put these Christmas decorations out. In there, they find this camera. The dad starts to take it around. He sees all these weird shapes, and they discover that it's spirits in the house, and the daughter starts speaking to an entity, and they're like, who are you speaking to? And they sort of try and capture it on camera. This is such a pointless sequel, and I wish the franchise had just ended a long time ago. Now, after 4, which was a horrible film and had nothing to do with the other films, like, I enjoy the first film. I think it's got its creepy moments, and I do think it is effective. Not a fan of the second film. I wasn't, like, that didn't do anything for me. Third film is my favourite one. Fourth, I absolutely hate. The marked ones is atrocious, and had its like the final part of the marked ones had an idea that I thought was cool, and I hope they're bringing it over into this. Well, this film is meant to be set in 2013, and I believe the marked ones was 2013. Now, this film was meant to come out for a very long time. After Paranormal Activity 4, they were releasing them every single Halloween, so this was meant to come out back in 2013. But something happened there. They had all these different actors and stuff on it. There was meant to be the singer who was the main person in it at one point. I've completely forgotten her name, but she was meant to be the main person. That never happened. But now we've got this, and it just doesn't feel like we needed it. It's a family, they're in a house, spirits are haunting them. They set up the cameras around the house to see the spirits in the house and everything, and they've got this weird 3D camera. But it's just what we've seen before. It's what we've come to expect from this franchise. Now, I went in with an open mind, and I hoped for this to be good, because this is the final film. But it's a terrible final film. To end the franchise like this is just a fuck you to your audience that have watched through every single one, because it's just an atrocious ending. And you say about seeing something in this film, and the thing that we do see is so horribly done. It is just absolutely terrible to look at, and when I saw it on screen I was like, really? We finally see this thing, and it's just disgusting to look at. It is not good. It's terrible special effects when the other thing that we see in the film. And just all the camera seeing all the things. Now, I saw this in 3D because the cinema near me wasn't showing it in 2D, so I had to see it in 3D. 3D is pointless. It's a found footage movie. Why do we need 3D for a found footage movie? It's pointless. This is once again filled with the pointless jump scares of... There's 2 at the beginning. Oh, a friend jumps out at him. Oh, just going to jump at that. And then... like a little girl turns around, and there's all these stupid things where people just jump at things that aren't actually scary things in the film, and it's pointless. And then you have the whole thing that happens through every single Paranormal Activity, that loud like vibrating noise that happened in the marked ones so much, and it happens in this. Like, there's just the camera's pointing in a corridor at one point, and this vibrating noise starts happening, and you're like, yep, we're about to get the jump scare. And there's points where something doesn't make complete sense. There's all these crickets making a noise, and the whole thing goes silent, and you're like, yep, we're ready for a jump scare, and it jumps at you. And there's just stupid things where the friend turns around and it's like, oh, where are you? And like, this film, I lost count of how many times they said, what was that noise? And they already knew there were spirits in the house, but they still keep on going. What's going on? It's just like, you know exactly what's going on. And there's something around at the end where they're like, why is the house shaking? You know exactly why. There is spirits in your house. I'm sorry if I spoiled things, but this film is just a terrible end to this franchise. I feel like they're still going to try and make another one from this, but this franchise just needs to die now. They've just done all the ideas they can do. They've milked the franchise as much as they could now. And for me, this just felt like a cash grab. It's really, really rushed. It's got its horrible jump scares. It's not creepy. It brings nothing new to this franchise. It has the little thing with the camera seeing stuff. That's the only thing, the new idea that's brought to this. And there's another little idea, but it's something that's already spoiled for us in the trailers. If it hadn't been seen in the trailers, it would have sort of been cool. But yeah, a lot of the jump scare moments are all in the trailer. So Paranormal Activity, the Ghost Dimension, gets a 1 out of 5 from me. It seems like they had the ideas here, and it seems like they were trying, but it's just a really horrible end to this franchise. If this is the final film, then it's a terrible final film. That's my review for today. If you've seen Paranormal Activity, the Ghost Dimension, then say in the comments down below, this is better than 4, but not better than the marked ones, and that's not a good thing. That's really not a good thing. Thank you very much. I'll see you again very soon. Goodbye.